It's Jennifer Stay. This is Coloring Bliss, and welcome to this week's live event. This is actually part 2 of our weekly live events. We always do 2 parts, first part over on Facebook and the second part here with you on YouTube. I'm so excited that we're doing this today because last week we had some technical issues, but so far so good this week. So I'm so excited to be able to celebrate World Watercolor Month with you by doing some coloring. We've already got some work done on this coloring page that we're doing. It's a summer themed coloring page, and we're using the beautiful Derwent Inktense Pencils to do our coloring today. And in order to celebrate World Watercolor Month, I want to give away to one of you a set, a complete set of these beautiful Derwent Inktense pencils. It's this actual set. This set right here is going to go out to one of you. I'm so excited. So there's links in the video description, all there waiting for you. All you need to do is click on them, follow them, and enter. There's lots of different ways to enter, so get to it. Get your entries in. The winner will be announced August 1st, 2020. So I'm so excited. This actual set that I'm going to send out to one of you. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see the beauty that is the Derwent Inktense full set? Let me move my coloring page here so I don't mess it up. So there are 72 pencils in here. It's actually, I think, 71 Inktense pencils and 1 outliner pencil. And it's the complete set is what you're getting. Look how beautiful. They smell so good. I love the smell of brand new pencils. All those pencils, that's our prize to celebrate World Watercolor Month. These pencils, I think, won 2nd place in our Battle of the Watercolor Pencils. And I think they were close to winning 1st place, but we couldn't technically give them 1st place because technically they're not watercolor pencils. They are a water-soluble pencil because they're ink. But they work just like a watercolor pencil. They're super, super vibrant. So much fun to work with. We've already done a whole bunch of different fun techniques with them while we were coloring over on Facebook. And I'm going to dive in and keep coloring here in just a minute. But I wanted to make sure that all of you here on YouTube have a chance to enter and win these beautiful pencils. So exciting.
So I can show them real quick.
Okay. Yeah, Steve wants to show you how it's done, how to enter, all the many ways. So he's got his computer linked up to our software. Wow, we're really pushing this software today.
That's right.
Okay, so he's going to show you how it's done.
Okay, go to the link that's in the video description, and it'll take you to the giveaway page. And scroll down. You'll see a little info, how to enter, but that's what I'm going to show you. Basically, you want to enter down here in this form. And if you see this, that your cookies are disabled in your browser, you can click here and it should take us to, yeah, there we go. Now, the first thing you're going to have to do to enter is you're going to log in. It's really, we're going to announce the winner through email, and so by logging in with any of these, it kind of gives you the email there. But again, keep in mind, like Jennifer always says, this is just me and Jennifer. We're not a company. We don't sell your information. It's just for us and our purposes. So
yeah, we won't share. You can be very sure that we'll protect your information.
Yeah, lots of ways to log in, whichever one is most convenient for you. Your Amazon account, Facebook, Gmail, Instagram, whatever. Or you can just hit email. So for instance, if I wanted to enter Jennifer, which of course she won't win. I'll remove her, don't worry. So if I were to go there, I could hit continue, and by doing that, I automatically get 1 entry.
Woohoo!
And then I have, then she has other ways of entering. So first one is to become a free or paid Bliss booster. Either one, you don't get extra by paying. It's just become a Bliss booster. She's already a Bliss booster, but if she wasn't, she could click here, come over to our website, and then she could scroll down and sign up for any of these membership levels. Free, paid, what have you. You can go there and learn about them. So we'll say, okay, Jennifer entered. And we are going to verify if somebody were to win through that, we will verify that they actually are a member like they said they were. And then the next one is to learn about our Bliss Partner Program. And so this one, you click and you can learn all about becoming a Bliss Partner, which is a learning program that we have. It's our highest membership level. It's actually over probably 60 hours now. We'll need to count up.
Yeah, we need to count.
We have a lot more series that we've done. I mean, we've been doing it for over a year and a half. So every single week for a year and a half. Anyway, you get a lot. You can learn all about becoming a Bliss Partner. Come down. There's a video here you can watch. You get a lot of bonuses when you become a Bliss Partner. Free bonuses worth $70. Then you can sign up there if you want to. You don't have to sign up to be able to get this entry. Just go and learn about it. Which of the free bonuses are you most excited about? You can
the discount at the Coloring Bliss print shop.
Discount at shop. Okay. Then you can learn about our color picking system. Again, it's the same thing. We're giving these away because we want you to learn about Coloring Bliss and through these links here and what we offer. So you can come in, learn about our color picking system, enter text here, what specific tritone brand. I know Jennifer likes the Prismacolor.
Oh, yeah.
Once you do that, it opens it up, and then you can go and visit us on YouTube. Take a peek at some of our videos.
Yeah, you could watch the watercolor.
You can watch what we're doing live right now. I wonder if I were to watch that, if it would break the internet.
Oh, yeah, you would break the whole internet.
Anyway, and then Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. We'd love it if you were to follow us. Anyway, and that's how you do it. And then you can see how many entries you have right here.
Very good.
So
thanks for setting that up for us, Steve.
Yep, you're welcome. That's how it's done.
I have no idea how to set up that kind of software, so I really appreciate Steve doing that for us. So hopefully you can go and get in a whole bunch of entries and get your chances to win this beautiful set of Inktense pencils. And like Steve said, we'll be announcing the winner August 1st, 2020, so you have several weeks to get your entries in. So hopefully you're watching this video in time for your chance to enter for the giveaway. So good luck, everybody. Okay, so let's start coloring with my set. I'm going to put this beautiful set of pencils to the side and keep it nice and safe for one of you that is going to win that set. This is the page right here that I am coloring right now. It's printed on watercolor paper, and we're using the Inktense pencils to color it. If you do decide to support us, me and Steve, and our business, and become a Bliss colorist or higher, you'll have access to this coloring page and over 500 more coloring pages. But you can print this off and color in your own color scheme. I decided to do the rectangle tetradic color scheme. These are the colors that come in that color scheme. So I'll flip the camera down and you can take a peek at there it comes, at the colors that I am using in this color scheme. So that's all the pencil names and numbers. There's only one that I've added so far. I threw in Sherbet Lemon number 100 for the background of the little bikini because I wanted it to be a teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So that one I added one extra pencil so far. And right now I'm adding the little orange polka dots, and I've figured out a quick and easy way to do it. I wanted to share it with you. So I'm going to switch this camera real quick so you can see how I'm doing this. All I'm doing is using my pencil tip. So off camera what I'm doing is just barely touching the tip of that pencil into my water. And then look at that. It just really quickly fills in that dot, almost like a marker. It's so thick and fast. So that, I thought I was going to have to like paint in each and every dot or like scribble color, but oh no, the beautiful Inktense pencils are just letting me do it this way with just touching it into the water and then filling it in super fast.
Lindsay wants me to tell you look lovely, and she loves the nails.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was kind of happy with how they turned out.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah, all pretty and pastel-y. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Okay, let me get my hair out of the way, and you can watch me lay down these adorable little polka dots. So yeah, this was a great way to do polka dots. As long as my eyes don't go blurry. Much easier than doing those stripes on that one there. So my plan is to do sort of a light orange background, but I want the mother color to be green, and I haven't been using enough green. So we need to find more places to put green on these swim outfits. Now I have a question for you, because I know a lot of our viewers are from all over the country, all over the world. So I want to know what you call this attire. Do you call them bathing suits, swimsuits, swim costumes? What do you call, in your part of the region of the world, this attire? Comment below if you're watching this later. I am really curious. I would like to know what you call them. Okay, we're going to color this one green now. And we need to come back and fill in those stripes too. Let's go light green, the 1400. So I'm curious, Steve, what they're going to say. 1400. And I think if you want to change the way the camera is set up so that because I'm going to be working on this little swimsuit here. Okay, let's do it this way.
Tika says swimwear.
Okay.
Victoria swim attire. Michelle swimsuits. Franito crafting says traje de baño.
Ah, I like that.
Septicism swimmers or cozies.
Oh, cool.
Jupiter bathing suits. Mary swimsuits.
I was watching a show and they were calling them something I had never heard before, and it was so curious.
Diane says from Australia, some call them bathers and thongs.
Ah.
Swimsuit, bathing suits. Lindsay says, I'm from Scotland. My mom used to call it your bathing costume.
Bathing costume. See, I've heard that before.
Victoria thinks you should go dark green up top by the waist to a lighter green fade down the legs.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Aspie says in South Australia we call them bathers.
And bathers.
Bathing suits.
I like bathers.
Yeah, me too.
I like bathers. Let's see. What if I called it... I forget what I was about to say. I got distracted by that cute name, bathers.
Nancy bathing suits. Don't know why I've never taken a bath in them. Isn't it true?
Yeah.
Roger says togs. If you know thongs or togs.
See, that's what I thought. I thought there were a lot more names. I've always called them bathing suits. But like you said, we're not necessarily bathing. Swimsuits. I guess I call them swimsuits or bathing suits. And why are they suits? They're not suits. Like a suit is like...
Oh, and Diane says thongs being the shoes.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we called them. When I grew up, they were called thongs.
Thongs.
And then that has changed now to more the... lingerie thongs. And so I can't call them thongs anymore.
No, they're more flip-flops now. Okay, let's do 132, the darkest green. If I can find it.
Kyla also says in Wells they call them bathers. Victoria, surf shorts, Hawaiian style.
Ah.
And Victoria says the sandals are called Zoris in Guam. I don't know if it's Zoris or Zoris.
Ah,
And Lindsay says, I've heard togs in UK.
that's cool.
Victoria Slippas in Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
Like that.
I can't wear them. They hurt my feet to put something between my toes like that. Okay, now I regret doing this. Let's all just sit back and watch Jennifer go slowly insane as she colors all these tiny little squares.
Well, you could do those later if you want to keep moving on to a bigger section. Just do the first rows that you started and make it an artistic decision. It's the print.
The print was just to fill in part of them?
Yeah, just that top section.
Because my eyes are totally watering now. Because I don't want to do this anymore. I want to color that cute little skirt. I think my sister, my youngest sister, I never know whether I should use names or not because I don't have permission from family to say their names, you know. I think my youngest sister had a swimming suit with a cute little skirt like that.
Oh.
See, I called it swimming suit.
Yeah, that's what we call them.
And I always wanted one like that. I think I would look terrible in it now. Oh dear. Look at the cute little... Okay. I don't know if I like my... I guess if I did... Look, what if I did it on purpose down here now? Then it would look purposeful. Right?
Can you move it up?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that technique again like I did for the polka dots, where I'm just tapping the water the tip of the pencil into the water to get it kind of softened up, and then I can tap in those tiny little details. I don't like doing too much of that because it really kind of mushifies the tip of the pencil, but it sure works great for those little details. See how much it mushified that tip, but that's okay. All right, now we need to do more. Okay, let's do red. I wanted red stripes on here, so 510 is this one here. So let's come in now and get really red with these stripes. Yeah. Okay, we'll do this stripe here. So another question I have for all of you is, where do you prefer to swim? If you could only swim in one place, would it be a swimming pool, a lake, or the ocean? Well, the reason I ask is because I recently found out that one of my nephews has a preference. He hates swimming at swimming pools and only likes swimming at the lake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's that? Or
Well, I can't say the names because I don't have any permission to say any family names. I'll have to tell you later. So, where do you have a preference? If you could only swim in one place for the rest of your life forever, would it be a swimming pool, a lake, or the ocean? What about you, Steve?
Swimming pool.
A swimming pool?
Yeah, Artsy Doll swimming pool, Kyla swimming pool, Suzanne the ocean. Lots of swimming pools. Kelly a lake. Tika likes a swimming pool because it's chlorinated. Robin's wondering how hard you're pressing in each area.
So because I'm dipping the tip into water first, you don't have to push at all. It's more like controlling it. It feels very slippery, and you don't want to push too hard because the tip is really mushy. So it's more like just controlling the mushy core, keeping it from flowing into weird places.
Mary and Yolanda like swimming pool, Sylvie the ocean. Oh, that does sound nice though. Jupiter says warm Caribbean ocean.
I've never swam in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Shayam likes the ocean than the pool. Birdie only lives a mile from the ocean.
Oh.
She loves that.
Maybe we need to go visit her. Okay, now I'm doing the technique where you get your brush wet and you touch the tip of your pencil to pick up pigment. And I'm going to come in here and tint this all green.
Aspie likes a river or ocean. Yeah, Sylvie, warm ocean.
Warm ocean. I think that's fair to say you would rather have it be warm than cold.
Jamie likes swimming in the ocean or in the wave pool at Six Flags.
Ah.
And Jill, she's using the Derwent Inktense.
Awesome. We're doing it together. Okay, so I'm guessing we've got some new people that have joined since we started at the very beginning. So I'm going to take just a second to remind everybody, or tell everybody if you've just joined us, that we're doing a giveaway to celebrate World Watercolor Month, and we're giving away this very set of Derwent Inktense Pencils, the full set. None of you, well, whoever wins, you will not be suffering from full set syndrome because I'm giving you the full set. This very set. I'm taking very good care of it. This will be yours. So there's lots of ways to enter. Lots of ways. Steve's made an awesome giveaway software setup for us. So follow the link, get in there, get your entries in. The winner will be announced August 1st, 2020. So you have all of July to get your entries in, but don't delay because you might forget and then you'll kick yourself for not getting your entry in. So make sure you get your entry in so that you will have a chance to win this beautiful set of Inktense pencils, which is what I'm working with right now. And what I'm really excited about too is that we have a full system to support the Inktense pencils. So whoever wins this, we have all of the downloads with the tritones, the worksheets, all of that stuff waiting and ready for you. We even have an entire workshop series based on how to color with watercolor pencils. So I can give you worksheets, I can give you how to color with them and everything. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, it's all there ready for you. So yay, good luck everybody. Happy World Watercolor Month.
And by the way, Polly donated and says thank you for the oh so generous giveaway. Y'all are so kind.
Thank you so much, Polly, for supporting our channel. I sure appreciate it. You're so sweet.
Robin asked, why is she dipping the dip and not dry, then use a water brush?
So I'm trying to kind of display lots of different ways to use these pencils. There's maybe a dozen different ways to use these pencils, at least a dozen I know how to use. So I'm trying to show a bunch of different ways to give you options. So I'm showing the way where you use a wet brush and you touch the tip. There's ways to dip the pencil into water and go straight to the paper. You can get the paper wet first and then color straight to the paper. You can color first and then get it wet. So there's lots of different ways to do it. Tonight it's going to be hard to kind of teach every single way because, like I said, we did a full workshop series, a 4-part workshop series on how to do all of these different techniques. So I'm more just sort of quickly demonstrating so you can glean some ideas, and then if you need more time, more, 4 to 6 hours worth of workshop time on this kind of thing, then I would tell you to come and join the partners and go back and watch those workshops so that you can actually see all of these different techniques slowly demonstrated, and you can do it along with me. So that's what I'm doing.
Leslie just donated as well.
Oh, Leslie, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. A great way to support our channel is also hitting that little thumbs up button to say that you like this video. And then make sure you're subscribed. And then just share the video and commenting. All those little things that all of us annoying YouTubers always ask. It actually does help because it triggers that algorithm and tells the algorithm, the little YouTube robots, to share it out and that it's a valuable video. So yeah, it's annoying every time we ask you to do those things, but it actually does benefit us and helps us get the video out to more people. So if you could do those things too, the monetary donations are so helpful, but so are all those little things that we ask you to do every video. So
Heather asked, how long does the watercolor take to dry? And does it smear while coloring if you accidentally rub your hand across it or something?
Yes, it will smear. And the amount of time it will dry will depend on how much water you put onto it. So like all these things, that's dry, all of this is dry, that's dry, that's dry. So, you know, it's drying pretty fast. Now I'm on watercolor paper, so that's a little bit different. And I'll tell you about watercolor paper here in just a second. But so there's lots of variables. I'm also in Utah, so it's a desert, no humidity, and my ceiling fan's on. So extra dry in here.
Oh, that's so kind. Melinda just donated, and Jerry Ann just donated.
Wow, you guys are
and look
so
at the
nice.
cute little stickers.
Oh, look at that. Oh my word, those are really cute. Wow, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. All right, more green. We need more green, but we need to like maybe subtle green, like maybe her little skirt is subtly green. 140. Let's bring in that 140 because green is supposed to be my 1400. I mean, green is supposed to be my mother color, my dominant color, so I'm trying to find lots of opportunities to add green. Oh, excuse me, my voice went funny. So we'll do a kind of a soft.
And Haiti asked, can you use a stump, and if so, where do you get them?
The stumps I buy kind of in bulk on, let's see, sorry, I'm thinking about two things at once here. I buy my stumps in bulk on Amazon. That's the cheapest way. You can buy them individually at like Hobby Lobby and Michael's. So that's a good way to get them too. The stumps are great for dry blending. Like I used the stumps for blending pastels like I've been demonstrating in our latest workshops, like on this type of work. I used the stump to blend out the black here on this tree. The stumps are great for that. The stumps are also good for like goopier things like oil pastels, that kind of thing. The stumps work great for that too. So, but usually I buy them in bulk on Amazon. They're way cheaper in bulk. Look how cute. I got some shading. Oh, my face has been on top of that whole time. Sorry, you guys. I'll do it again right here so you can see. Okay, so what I did, hopefully I can do it again. I picked up some pigment like this off the tip of the pencil. That's a lot of water. There, that's better. And I painted the light green down first, and then while it's still wet, came in with the dry tip and kind of scumbled in some and then pulled it out a little bit to create a bit of a shading in the gathers of the fabric.
Suzanne asked, what's the difference between the Inktense and normal watercolor pencils?
Such a good question. So first off, I will refer you to our big video called The Battle of the Watercolor Pencils, because I talk a lot about that there. The main difference is that these are considered an ink. So it's pigment carried by a water-soluble binder, and then watercolor is its own kind of pigments and dyes and whatnot, and this is considered like an ink. So it's ink being carried by a water-soluble binder. So that's the difference. But it acts, I use these exactly the same way as I do the watercolor pencils. So the difference will be when you get in to do watercolor techniques like washes, and if you want to reactivate and lift colors off of watercolor paper, you may run into problems with the Inktense because it's supposedly going to dry permanent onto this paper, so I won't be able to lift and do some of the watercolor type techniques. That's the main difference between the two. Okay.
You're getting reminders to drink and blink.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my eyes are really blurry right now from all these tiny little details. What was I thinking when I drew these little tiny details? Okay, let's...
Jerry Ann's also been coloring along with her Inktense pencils.
Oh, awesome. They're so much fun. The color payoff. There's something about the explosion of color when they get wet and they just go poof. It's so exciting. Okay, let's do the main body a different color now because it's feeling very green heavy over here. So let's bring in, we haven't done much red. Let's bring in the red. 510. 510. Where are you? Right here, 510. It's going to feel like a Christmas bathing suit because it's got green and then red. Oh, no, well. Oh, well.
Do blue.
True, we only have one blue. I like that. Thank you. Then it won't feel so Christmassy. Okay, 1,000 is what I need. 1,000. I'm so glad that the software is working today. I'm glad they got their issues resolved. We need to go back and do the sparkles. I think I'm just going to ignore the flip-flops. We obviously don't have time to do the flip-flops. If we're going to be able to add some bling. And
Lindsay's wondering why you're not adding orange right now.
well, my plan is to do the background behind all the swimwear in a light orange. So in order to get enough contrast, I don't want to use too much orange or they might get lost. So I'm trying to use like dark oranges or very little orange so that when I come in with my orange, it will show up well. Okay. Whoa, it's drying so fast. I'm excited for you to see next week's, the ideas I have for next week. I have so many fun ideas for videos for Watercolor Month. So excited. Well, that was a lot of pigment came off. Did you see that? Well, it was a good call to go blue. Look how cute this swimming suit is turning out. I want this swimming suit. I think it looks a little youthful though. I don't know if I could pull it off.
Suzanne says, cool, I'd love the Inktense once I have the normal watercolor. I've only just started to color again. Now my kids have all moved away for work purposes.
Ah. Yeah, you should check out that video where we did the big battle of all those watercolor pencils. It was so much fun. Okay, 840 is the dark blue. I want to put a little shading on her so you guys can see that you can accomplish some shading. Well, you can actually accomplish a lot of shading.
Tika wonders if it's cheating to use gel pens during watercolor month.
Nope. They are a water-based medium, so go for it. There. We'll give her a slim waist, right? Slim out her waist.
Tigger's Bounce pulled us up on the computer just so they could say tell us how encouraging we both are.
Aw, thank you. I like your name, Tigger's Bounce.
Yeah.
Okay, a little shading here under the...
KR says, I need to order some of your watercolor paper to go with my new Kuretake watercolors I just got.
Oh, I love the Kuretakes.
Right now, they're just using the ground.
Oh yeah, that works really well. Okay, there's a little... Now it looks kind of like a skater's outfit to me, like a ice skater.
Yeah, ice skating.
Okay, we got one more swimming suit, and yeah, I am getting tired. Okay, what color? We haven't done much red. We better put her in red, don't you think? Red with orange?
Yeah.
That would be way cute. Okay, how can we do it though? Because orange, we could do orange with red flowers. Oh, and her little ruffle could be orange. Cute. Okay. Orange background, but we need to make sure it's a dark orange so that it will have contrast with the light orange background. So 250, that's the darkest of our orange, and then 250, where are you, 250?
Robin asked what you think of using Inktense in adult coloring books that are not watercolor paper, and do you have books on the market that you'd recommend that have good paper for Inktense?
Any kind of paper that is thicker, like a cardstock, will work fine with Inktense. It's just you need to be really careful with the amount of water you put onto the paper, and you won't be able to do the big washing of the watercolory effects. That was a really poorly stated English sentence, but you get the point. Watercolor effects, like the big washes and the lifting and all of that, can only be done on a surface that's either been prepped or that is a watercolor paper. But if you're very careful with the amount of water you're applying, you can use watercolor products. You can use any watercolor products. It just isn't going to layer very well, and the paper acts like tiny little sponges. It's going to swell up, it's going to streak and act funny. So you just have to be very careful, tread very lightly, and you can use any product you want. You just have to be careful. So yeah, as far as books I can recommend, I don't really follow other artists' books that they're using. So I can't recommend. What I can recommend is that you come and join our Facebook group, the Coloring Bliss Facebook group. It's awesome. We have thousands of members now, and they can recommend books. Oh boy, can they recommend books. And so I would come over there and ask that question. Tell them I want to use watercolor mediums, and I'm looking for books that are good for watercolor mediums. Of course, my first recommendation would be Coloring Bliss, because we actually print on watercolor paper. So you can have a custom book made on watercolor paper from Coloring Bliss. But that's kind of self-serving. But you are watching Coloring Bliss YouTube video, so I gotta say my own, right? But yeah, come on over to Coloring Bliss's Facebook group, join there and ask your questions there, because they'll be able to guide you from there, because I don't know where to send you after that. And then of course there's the transparent ground, stuff like this. This is what I recommend, the Daniel Smith Transparent Watercolor Ground, and you just paint it over almost any coloring page and it will dry transparent, and that will prep your page and make it so much more water friendly. It's not a perfect solution, but it's a pretty good one, so that's what I recommend. In fact, I need to order a new one of these. It's almost empty. So okay, let's color this up orange and put some red flowers on here. Let's try coloring dry and show you what happens when you color dry. Since we haven't done much of that on here. So we're going to color the whole thing in the orange. So I must admit that when I picked this coloring scheme, I had some concerns. I don't usually pick color schemes like this because, first of all, there's no tertiary colors here. I'm a tertiary color girl. The second issue I had with this color scheme was there's a lot of colors going on here. So that makes it a very chaotic color scheme. Lots to manage, lots to control here. And that's the whole feeling I'm getting here, is I've been feeling like I've been pulling back the colors the whole time, trying to control the colors. I'm a real big fan of a 3-color color scheme. I think they're much easier to control, not just for beginners, but just in general. I think a 3-color color scheme is really nice. So if you're having trouble with color schemes and you feel like you need a little help with controlling your color schemes, I would recommend a 3-color color scheme. And then kind of pay attention to what colors you're drawn to. I am drawn to tertiary colors. I'm a tertiary color girl. Tertiary color means on the color wheel, the primary colors, we all know our primary colors, that's red, blue, and yellow. Secondary colors are green, orange, and violet. The tertiary colors are the colors that have 2 names, yellow-green, yellow-orange, red-orange, red-violet, and blue-green. Those are the colors that I'm always drawn to, almost every time. They're very dynamic, they're subtle, they have lots of flexibility. They're very flexible colors. They can lean one way, they can lean more yellow, they can lean more green, or they're just straight up yellow-green. They're very flexible colors. So I love a good 3-color color scheme with tertiary colors. So I think that's why this color scheme is it's kind of frustrating me, to be honest. So yeah, of course, we're only halfway through, and I always advise everybody, never judge a coloring page halfway through. Don't give up on a coloring page halfway through. We haven't laid out the background and all my plans yet.
Well, and you're dealing with a lot of different objects on the page, so I think it makes sense to have a lot of different colors going on.
And that's why I picked it, because I was like, we got lots to do. It's bright and summery. I wanted a youthful coloring page. Primary colors tend to be more youthful. If you think about youthful things like McDonald's, schools, preschools, you think about anything youthful, nurseries, Sesame Street, any of them, they mostly will use primary colors. They're very youthful feeling. They have energy. That kind of color has energy. So that's why I picked the color scheme I did, because I wanted lots of colors and I wanted them to feel youthful and full of energy. So I shouldn't be judging halfway through, but I am feeling a lot of chaos. So I'm hoping as I move through it, it will feel less chaotic. Okay, you can see that's a different technique I just showed with the pencils. We got some shading. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a long soliloquy on color theory. All right. I want to add some bling, and I want to add the background, and then I think we'll call her.
What about the swimsuit? There were...
Oh, I didn't do the red.
And then same with the one on the top right.
Oh, yeah. 510. 510 is my most poppy red. 510.
Yeah, Lindsay says that orange is lovely.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good, didn't it? She feels 3D. Everything else is feeling pretty flat.
And Melinda also said, I don't think I've ever liked a coloring page halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's... I don't know. A lot of times I feel like I'm on the right track, at least. Where this page I'm feeling like out of control with the colors. I am feeling out of control with the colors, you guys.
Tigger's Bounce asked if it makes you nervous to do live videos with bunches of folks watching.
Sometimes, if I'm using an art medium that's not my most confident one, I get feeling nervous because I don't know the outcome. But if I'm using an art medium that I have a lot of experience in, I know I can get myself out of a jam. So even if something went really wrong here, I'm pretty confident I could turn it around. I could find a way to fix the problem. So that makes me feel a little more confident. But then I go and I pick a color scheme I'm not confident in. So yeah, I get nervous if like we pick a art product that I know nothing about. Then I get really nervous. And I'm like, I want it to turn out well. I want to come across confident. I want to give you guys valuable information. And if something goes astray, I won't know how to correct myself.
Kiara says, yeah, I usually don't like the page until I get the background on there.
Yeah.
Nancy says, I like the color combination.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm doing the dip technique again where I dipped straight into the water. Now, can you see the difference in color payoff? This is the exact same pencil that I did the ruffle down here into the flower. So it's pretty cool. Watercolor pencils are really versatile. One pencil, we're getting all this variation in tone and value. It's really exciting to me when you can have one tool give you all of this. Isn't that cool? Look at that.
Jean says there are no mistakes, Jennifer.
That's right.
Tika says this is the first time I've finished a page while coloring along.
Oh, you beat me, Tika.
Ellen says, Jennifer, the page is beautiful. I'm a beach person, and this page makes me so happy.
Oh, well then I feel better. Thank you. And the whole point here was to get you excited about working with your watercolor tools and to make you feel like doing something creative. So as long as that happens, then it's a success, right? And, you know, now I want this swimsuit too. Look how cute it's turning out.
Tika says, I often don't do backgrounds. For some reason, I got away from doing backgrounds. I should get back into it. Michelle says, I'm with you. I've never done a background.
Backgrounds, I go through phases with my backgrounds where I like you guys, I'll not do backgrounds for a while, and then I'll flip and I'll start with backgrounds, and they'll be the thing that inspires me. Like, I'll do the background first because I'm most excited about the background idea. And to be honest, it's usually because I've been teaching techniques with like the Bliss partners, and I'll be like, that was so much fun to do that technique. I want to do a background like that. And so the whole coloring page will be inspired because I want to do that background. We've done at least one whole workshop series only on backgrounds. And that was so much fun. I got to try all these different background ideas that I'd had floating in my head for a long time. Some of them failed tremendously. We're talking glitter everywhere. Do you remember the glitter backgrounds? It was a tremendous flop, and it was so much fun to just try it because I'd always wanted to try this particular background. And it was a tremendous flop, and it was amazingly fun. And the others on that workshop series were amazing and so inspiring, and yeah, it was great. We have a lot of fun with those workshops. Okay, we almost have all these little flowers
Yeah,
done.
Jean says that red pops.
Isn't that cool? It's the same red as the ruffle. I think that's why we've had this discussion. There are not many good light colors in the Inktense series. And I think it's because they know we're going to be adding water. And you can get this one pencil to go as light as this pink. So why give us a light pink? I think that's why they've done it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Lindsay says, I recently started using pastels or gelatos in my backgrounds.
They are so much fun. That's what we did. Let me show you. Look at this. This was water-soluble crayons. Look at that. Actually, I started here and went up. Isn't that amazing? These are the Marabou art crayons. Did this. It's so amazing.
Yeah,
look at that. Gorgeous. And in this workshop series that we just started, so last Thursday was the first workshop, and tomorrow is the second workshop. In workshop 4, I'm going to teach everybody how to do this. So if you've ever wanted to do pastels, you need to join the partners, because I'm going to teach everybody how to do these. So I've done like 5 of them now, 4 of them. But look how pretty the backgrounds, and they're just so much fun. There's one on the back where I added stars up behind the black tree, and oh yeah, pastels are messy and good. So yeah, you gotta join.
Robin asked if you could do a wash on the background with the Inktense.
Yeah.
Or tell her where she can see a past video using Inktense in backgrounds.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do right now. Well, as soon as I do the little sailor color here, we're going to do the background here real quick. What time is it? Oh, we have 4 more minutes. We've got plenty of time. Okay, let's do this apple green on her collar, just because it was the first pencil I picked up. Okay. And I wanted to add bling, too. Darn it. Okay. All right. There, at least she's got a little light green now on her little sailor collar. What do we think of this page, you guys? I've really enjoyed drawing it, and I'm kind of tempted to do a full series of pages with almost like paper dolls, like dresses and stuff. What do you think? Let me know. Okay, now we're going to bring up this light orange that I've been preserving this entire time. That's number 230. Okay. So.
Tika just donated.
Oh, Tika, you're so sweet.
Gave you this little unicorn.
Oh, it's adorable. It's to help me make it through the last part. Okay, now we have to be careful. Now let me explain why. If we're going to be washing a background here, we've got a problem because we've got other things here that we could reactivate with water. Technically, we're not supposed to be able to reactivate Inktense, but I know for a fact that I can reactivate Inktense, so we got to be careful. Now, I also want to do a green around here to reinforce our green mother color. So I want to try to keep the orange on the inside, and the fastest and easiest way to do that is with another layer of tape. That will control it. So I'm going to lay down a second mask to control that. So I'm just tapping the tape off on my skirt. Okay, and I'm not going to push it down very hard so it's really easy to pull off. So we can do that second line of border really fast. Because because I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to pull it all together and make me feel way better about this whole page. And then what I'm thinking, these flip-flops would be way fun in gel pen, sparkly gel pen, and add a whole bunch of sparkles up here in the same colors, and then that would pull the whole thing together.
Yeah, and like Victoria pointed out, where the ink tints aren't fully dry yet, they're more likely to bleed.
Yeah, we're going to have problems, you guys. Are you ready to watch me suffer? Here we go. All right, so I only sort of tacked this down. I just tacking along here, not along the back side of this. All right, here we go. Jennifer's about to suffer. Okay.
I like the idea of the paper dolls.
Do ya? Okay. I've been wanting to ask, because I had so much fun drawing these little swimsuits. What did they call it? Swimmers. I want to start calling my swimmers. Okay, so we're going to just wash over.
Bathers.
Bathers! Bathers. We need to write that down because I'm not going to remember. So we're going to start with a really loose wash.
Now, an alternative is you could have done it first and then let it dry, right?
Yes. Oh, I just activated some of the red, but I'm going to just go with it. We're going to do some spritzing of color into the wet. So I'm not going to do the whole thing in one big shaboom. That's a technical term. I'm acting silly. Okay, now I've got my strainer. Again, we teach methods with this. So I'm not going to go into the details too much right now. You're just going to have to sit back in awe. Okay. Keep going. Got to kind of keep... Steve's just going to have to try to keep up with me here with the camera.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it on that view.
Okay. Now the trick with this for me, I'm trying to remind myself, is to try to stay consistent as I move up the page, so that by the time I get to the top, it looks relatively similar to what I started at the bottom.
Tigger's Bounce asked, when you use water to do this technique, do you have more than one paintbrush and more than one pan of water?
I have 2 jars of water going. Whoa, that was a lot of pigment. Spread it. More water, more water. I have 2 jars of water going. One to clean my brush, and one to pick up clean water. And that was dirty water, so I'm going to try to pull that pigment out with a clean brush. Okay. And then I have multiple brushes going. This is a bigger, picked up that blue again. This is a bigger brush right now, so I can get much more floppy woppy strokes. There's a technical term for that too. Okay. Move fast, move fast. Curse my arid desert climate. Okay, keep going. So this kind of technique you could probably do on cardstock, but you may be even more frustrated and crazed than what you're seeing me act like right now, because it would dry in really fast. I've got sizing on this because it's watercolor paper. We're going to do this quadrant this time.
We're talking about all the possibilities of paper dolls.
Oh, yeah?
Men and women and all.
Yeah, wouldn't it be fun? Different races, different
ages.
And different, like, careers. That would be so fun. And we
Lorraine's all, is that a tea diffuser?
Yes, it is. With a cute little unicorn on it for my nieces. We teach this technique also in that workshop with the watercolor pencils. Okay. Just keep going, Jennifer. Don't stop now. You're on a roll. Oh, too much, too much. More water. I'm looking back now at the bottom of the page to make sure it's looking at least kind of similar. I love a big sloppy background because it goes really fast and you want it to look like, make it sloppy on purpose. Don't like plan it to be sloppy. And then it looks good because it was sloppy on purpose. You know what I mean?
Lindsay says, this is beyond cool. I'm loving this tutorial. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're having fun.
And Gail says that she uses surgical gloves when she's using pastels.
Smart. Yeah, my fingers have been permanently like weird colors for the last few days because we've been filming so many pastel videos. And oh man, you should have seen the studio. When we filmed the last pastel video, I took the whole studio apart and cleaned, and there was pastel dust everywhere. And I was a good girl. I didn't blow. It just naturally like poofed everywhere. Okay, that's the first part. Now we're gonna pull off and go to the green. So I was hoping that would feel like sunshine or like beach sand. Now I definitely went darker on the top left corner.
They want to see what it looks like close up.
Okay. So I don't like that I went more heavy-handed up here. That's the only thing I'm seeing that I'm like, eh. But maybe I can hide that as we do the green background. Okay, let me bring it up. And you can see all the cute little speckles of explosions of the Inktense in there. Okay, now let's do some green. And I want to use the main green. Where's my swatch chart? So you can see how important this little chart has been through the whole process. So not just having the pencils pulled aside, but actually swatching them and having them mini swatch to reference. It's been really helpful. So we're going to grab 1530, especially when you're working with a tool that looks so different dry and in this form than it does once you've activated it. Okay, so let's go again now, and we're going to bring in and go nice and sloppy. And because I went too heavy up here, I'm going to try to go extra heavy down here and draw the eye back down here. And we've got that nice border like ribbon there. So I'm going to go light green around the whole thing and then come in with a dark. Ooh, we could do glitter. Yes.
Libby says, beautiful. Lindsay, this looks amazing.
Thank you. It's a little messy, but fun. Like I said, I think if I decide to finish it, I don't know if I will finish it. We've got a lot of filming to do in the next few days. If I were to finish it, what I would do next is take some gel pens, some glitter gel pens in the same colors as the color scheme, and color the flip-flops up in those glitter gel pens, and then add details into all the swimsuits. Bathers? Swimmers?
Yeah.
With those same gel pens so that it feels like they're in the same world, like you could wear those flip-flops with those swimsuits. And then that will add more bling, and it will also distract your eye even more from the little mistakes I've made along the way. Ah, now the mother color's coming in. Can you feel it? That feels better. So now I'm rethinking. Now that I've said that out loud, I don't know if adding glitter on the borders where I want it. I want to keep it on the clothes. Cute. Okay, now I'll take the deepest green, which is our 1320, which is almost too green. Nah, we'll do it, 1320. Let's go find it. This one right here, and we're going to do that technique where you dip it into water and get that really bold ribbon along the sides. This goes really nice and fast. Partly because the paper is a little bit wet, and also just because doing this technique is really fast. All right, so we're coming to the end, wrap up time. Don't forget to enter to win our big giveaway. We're giving away a set of these beautiful pencils, the full set of Derwent Inktense Pencils. There's lots of ways to enter. The giveaway ends at the end of July 2020, and the winner will be announced August 1st, 2020, and they'll be announced via email. Is that right?
Yep.
So
and then
just
in the form on the page too, it'll put their name there.
Okay. So there's lots of ways to enter. Steve has put together some really awesome software for us so that you can enter lots of ways. And we're celebrating World Watercolor Month, and just in general, just as a way to say thank you. We finally passed, how many subscribers did we finally pass recently? And we're just so grateful. So we wanted to do a fun giveaway, and so here we are. Look how fast this goes when you dip it in the water. That's what I'm doing. I forget you guys can't see what I'm doing off camera.
Tigger's Bounce asks, does the black ink you printed it with help keep the colors separate?
The black ink is printed with laser printer, and yes, it does act like a bit of a resist. But it's only so good. At a certain point, it doesn't really resist anymore. Okay, then we need to, it would be fun to do some stippling with this on the border too. It does look like sand. Oh my goodness. I just started looking at it. The little dust I put onto the orange, it looks like it's beach. Like the suits are laid out on the beach. Oh my goodness, it's adorable. I was thinking it would be more like sunshine, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, it's like a beach. Oh, it would have been so cute if I had drawn beach towels on here too. That would be fun if you had any drawing skills. You could draw your own little beach towels on here. Okay, we made it all the way around. Look, see, we could do little stippling. Am I in shot? Yeah. We could do little stipples. Add even more details if you wanted to. Look at that. So fun. Stipples are so easy because the tip is a little bit wet and mushy. Okay, you get the idea. All right, let's take the tape off and do the big reveal. And if only I had the time and energy to do all the gel pen. Okay, carefully. Carefully. Look how cute this stippling is. Now I want the whole thing stippled. Okay. Oh, caught my hair in the tape. That wasn't very nice. Okay, so remember tomorrow is our next Bliss Partner Workshop. One more piece of tape, you guys. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up while you're here. And there you have it. Very good. So I'll put the color scheme right next to it. Our rectangle tetradic. I guess you could take my face off of it so they can see the whole thing. I'll lay a few out so it's a nice little thumbnail shot if we want to use that as the thumbnail. And there you have it. Turned out pretty good. Woo! I feel like I just ran a marathon. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for, I guess, our first official episode of our celebration of World Watercolor Month. So thank you. Good luck, everybody, as you enter for the giveaway. And don't forget to come and download these fun coloring pages. I can't wait to see what you do with them. And yeah, from all of us here at Coloring Bliss, I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful night. Bye-bye, everyone.